The Pod Network Entertainment.
Ang daming questions with this one, like does Cody finally get to finish the story? But more importantly, these are my personal questions. One, does Cody Rhodes get to enter like a boxer, kind of like what he did in AEW, where meron siyang rest back, like the Nightmare family comes out, diba? Sina DDP. Well, you can't have Arn Anderson or Dustin Rhodes there, but I'm sure they can cobble together a who's who of legends or people related to the Rhodes family, diba? Does Cody have that moment? Do we get like an Avengers-style comeback na lahat ng mga sinagasaan ng bloodline over the years na good guy pa rin, lalabas sila para respakan si Cody, like Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn?
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed.
Let me talk to you.
Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff Cobb. I have to finish the story.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Run!
Bang! The sniper is shooting you down. This is TMDK's Robbie Eagles.
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
Hello, my name is Ilya Dragunov, the Czar, the NXT champion, and you're listening to...
And you're listening to...
And you're listening... And you are listening...
And you're listening
to the Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
To the Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
Listening to the longest running episode of Filipino Wrestling Podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast. Stan C, Chino Liao, Emile Nate, and Rowen ASH checking in for the second half of our anniversary live stream. That's right, 10th anniversary namin, and sakto, it's WrestleMania week. So in this episode, we're predicting WrestleMania Sunday. So tune in if you want to hear what we think about WrestleMania 40, if Cody Rhodes will indeed get to finish his story, and everything else in between. We'll also see you this weekend at our viewing parties to be held at Skinny Mike's BGC and at Hobby Stadium. Walk-in tickets still available at 450 pesos. They all come with a free iced tea and a chance to win prizes from our friends at Everybody's Toys and Collectibles, from Hobby Dainzy and Hobby Stadium. So we will see you there for our WrestleMania 40 viewing parties at Skinny Mike's BGC and Hobby Stadium, April 7 and 8 Manila time. Doors open at 6 a.m. Main show starts at 7 a.m. And now here are our predictions for WrestleMania Sunday for WrestleMania 40. All right, let's get to our predictions for WrestleMania Sunday. Ang daming nagsasabi na baka magwala daw sila kapag nag-bloodline rules or kapag nanalo sina Rock and Roman. We do encourage that everyone, be passionate and react naman, diba, during the viewing parties. Basta wag kayong magwawala na makakasakit kayo ng iba o magdadamage kayo ng property o alam mo yun, gagawa kayo ng gulo na makakapinsala. Yun lang. But everything else, you want to scream, you want to cry, you want to throw yourself on the floor? Sure. Go do that. Don't involve other people, di ba? Let's make you viral. Malay mo, yung video ni Rowen ma-feature naman sa WWE and not TNA this time.
Viral in a good way, guys. Viral in a good way.
Yes. Viral in a good way, di ba? Sundin pa rin natin yung Don't Try This Your House na sinasabi ng parokya ni Edgar. Take the music video. All right, WrestleMania Sunday, here we go. Let's get to our predictions, starting with Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Does Drew get his moment finally? And does Drew finally get to say, I prayed for this and it happened, as it relates to holding up the World Heavyweight Championship at Mania? Chino, what say you?
Yes, I believe this is Drew McIntyre's moment to shine. I feel like him saying things like, or Seth Rollins rather, saying things like, you're the least of my concerns, hindi kita iniisip, it's going to bite him in the butt come WrestleMania. And Drew McIntyre has his, especially because of that promo from 2 Raws ago now, I feel like this is his moment to shine. Diba? They have reached the pinnacle of this character arc that he's currently on now, and if they really believe that this is the best Drew has ever been, it's the time to take the title off of Seth. So I feel like Drew wins here.
Mm-hmm.
Same
Yeah.
thing here. Drew wins because he's having so much momentum at this point. And you know what? The bold take here. Drew wins. Priest tries to cash in. He fails.
Ooh,
That's
all right, all right. That would only be the second cash in WrestleMania history, by the way, if Priest
yeah.
actually cashes in on WrestleMania Sunday.
But ako naman, I want Drew to win. Same reason. I want Drew to have his WrestleMania moment. Na like win the world title in front of millions, or not, they're not really millions, but like in front of a crowd. He failed to do that in 36 and 37, and I think this is the right time. He's been waiting for this moment, and the moment is here. Kaya he earned the victory from Elimination Chamber. He really deserves this. Ang ganda ng build ng storyline na to.
Mm-hmm. Sabi ni Fabriandi, basta Broken Dreams ulit yung theme music niya. So I actually got to interview Drew for the podcast, and then somebody asked him about Broken Dreams, and then sabi niya, iba pa rin yung, yung beat nung Gallantry, his current entrance theme, because people can actually march along to it, they can clap along to it or stomp along to it. And ito, speaking as someone from the business who takes face and heel psychology into consideration, if Drew gives you the Broken Dreams theme, all the more na i-cheer mo siya when he's supposed to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Diba? So he doesn't want that. So,
that's why he.
something to
That's why
consider.
he. That's why he brought it up one time, and he was like the ultimate babyface in that match, diba? Nung Clash at the Castle 2 years ago. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got the Women's Royal Rumble match winner in Bailey taking on Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. Ito, Damage Control contra Damage Control. Rowen, we'll start with you.
Bailey. Part of me wants Io to win actually, pero Bailey needs to win this one. She has failed numerous times to capture the women's title against Bianca back then. Pero I just want Bailey to have the Batista moment, because the build of the story was heavily inspired of that Evolution breakup. I want Bailey to win this one.
Mm-hmm.
Medyo nakukulangan talaga kasi ako sa build-up nito honestly.
Bakit? Paano?
Kasi mapapansin mo sa even sa promotions itself lang, this match doesn't get promoted as the other women's title match. Si Bailey yung nanalo ng Royal Rumble Which that's kinda unfair to Bailey. So, you know what? I give this match another PLE where I think they can invest really in how they tell the story. So, you know what? I'll go with Io here to retain the title. Bailey can
Chino,
take
break
it.
the tie.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Bailey as well, simply because this does not need another PLE. As the winner of the Royal Rumble, it's funny how they didn't build this as much as Rhea versus Becky. Kasi yun, tayo na, ano man ginawa ni Becky, diba? She just won the chamber. That was the last-ditch effort on her part, and yet she gets more of a push. Si Bailey, tinaob na nga siya ni Becky, tinaob pa siya ni Jade Cargill. Diba? So now, she's playing second fiddle in a storyline which is essentially her own storyline. Diba? I don't know if they could have built this better or how they could have built this better. Pero ang sa akin lang is if Bailey is going to play second fiddle in her own storyline, kung subplot na lang siya in the main arc that she started, then I would much rather see her walk away with something from that. So I say finish the story. They're gonna break up Damage Control, break them up, diba? And make Bailey walk away with the title.
Ito, split decision din pala yung comments ng mga listeners natin. We've got a couple like sina Glendale and France asking for the return of the Bailey buddies. I don't think that'll happen anymore just because the Bailey character has grown up.
Yep.
Diba? Like when she turned heel and became the role model and then later on the leader of Damage Control, parang sobrang adult na nung character niya compared to the Bailey who had the Bailey buddies and just wanted to give hugs and stuff.
Yep.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Ito, people have been saying na si Bailey has wanted to come out to WrestleMania to a Paramore song. So, sina Derv, sina Glendale, Julian, they're calling their shot kung anong magiging Paramore song. Ito guys, if you know your Paramore, which Paramore track would you like Bailey to use for her WrestleMania 40 entrance, assuming na they actually get to work on this?
Misery Business for me. Like that's the best Paramore song for me. So that's yun yung gusto ko.
Si Rowen, Ain't It Fun? Ain't It Fun is such a downer of a song though. Hindi siya pang entrance. Hindi siya yung tipong gusto mong mag-sprack o magwala. Come on, Rowen. Ikaw, Chino.
Yeah, I don't know my Paramore well enough to say. Ano ba? Mr. Brightside? No, Paramore song ba yun?
No.
Dance. Sugar, we're going down.
Admin, pagkakik nga si Chino.
We gotta educate.
I don't listen to Paramore. I mean,
we gotta educate Chino about punk. Emo punk.
I'm an old man. I'm fine where I am. It's not.
Chino has bigger things to deal with, like avoiding gout.
Yeah. Oh God, Paramore is not a priority in my life.
All right. Moving on. Home security is probably the priority of one AJ Styles, especially after that home invasion from LA Knight. They're going head to head against each other at WrestleMania Sunday. Emile, will start with you.
Someone actually when we were predicting Jay versus Jimmy, someone pointed out that dapat may stipulation yon. I think this is the match that needs a stipulation. Because if you have been watching this story, medyo dapat may parang no holds barred element. Kasi someone is invading someone's home. So isa bumawi, pumunta rin sa bahay nung kalaban niya. So yeah, they should have parang dapat may I feel like a singles match won't be enough for this match. So parang yung naalala ko bigla yung Triple H Randy Orton, that match should have been like a no DQ, but instead they just wrestled a normal wrestling match, which I feel like yun din yung kahantungan nito, which does not satisfy the story for me. But nonetheless, I'd go with LA Knight here for the win. Because he's the AJ at this point. He's at the position where he is still a star, but he's there to put over new stars. And LA Knight is a rising star in WWE. So, nararapat lang. LA Knight should get this win.
Sinasabi nga niya na David Shoemaker from The Ringer that AJ Styles, or having a match with AJ, is kind of like this generation's version of having a match with HBK at Mania. What do you guys think about that one?
Posible, because AJ Styles has found himself in that showstopper role, diba? Wherein when you get an AJ Styles match, it's actually special now because he's built that tenure in the WWE for quite some time. So that said, I feel like they're going to screw LA Knight again. I really think that's what's going to happen here, and this isn't the end of the Styles Knight feud. So I'm going to say AJ Styles.
All right. Rowen.
To break the tie, I'm going for LA Knight.
Yeah!
Yeah. There we go. All right.
Yun yan?
Yun lang.
Wala, gusto mo sabihin yung
Pero I agree with Emile's point na parang, tama nga eh. Parang AJ Styles is established na rin. He doesn't need to have this glory na siya lagi nananalo, that have WrestleMania moments. He's the type of guy nga na putting over talents na lang siya. And tamang-tama kasi LA Knight is a guy who is a rising star. So I'm going for LA Knight here.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we'll get through the final 3 matches of WrestleMania Sunday. And meron pa tayong pag-giveaway because it is our 10th anniversary live stream on the Wrestling Podcast. We have 2 more tickets to our WrestleMania viewing party. Your choice of venue. So yan, papamigay natin yan right after we go to break. But first, let's hear from our other podcasts right here on the Pod Network.
Magandang araw para sa mga mas nakakalurky na storya,
mas masayang kwentuhan,
mas nakakautot sa kaligayahan na chismisan,
mga kaabang-abang na storya.
Aba, tutok na lagi sa Tambalan Podcast.
All right, let's get to our next match right here for WrestleMania Sunday. It's the triple threat match for the United States Championship. I actually like this poster. Sobrang angas na itsura ni Logan Paul dito. Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. Rowan, what do you think is going to happen here?
Dad's gonna win. I want KO to win. Parang hindi kasi na follow up yung storyline na Kevin Owens title match at Royal Rumble. Like he got screwed there, and then parang dumiretso na agad tayo sa Elimination Chamber. Tapos Randy Orton got inserted. So I want Kevin Owens to have his moment. I want him to win the United States title para, justice.
Okay, Emile, go.
But when was the last time Logan Paul lost? Like,
what do you mean?
I'm trying to remember. Like lost a
At
match.
WrestleMania or a match?
No, ever. Like ever. Like no, yung sa kanyang
like a singles.
He lost Roman Reigns nung Crown Jewel.
So that was last year pa, no? 2 years, 2 years ago. So I think Logan retains.
Lost
here.
to Seth last year at WrestleMania.
Oh, natalo ba siya kay Seth? Okay,
yeah.
So you know what? I'll go Logan Paul here to win. Kasi they're trying to establish him as a full-time WWE roster member, and he's still holding the US title, and it's for the clout din eh. Like you see Logan Paul on his everything that he does, then dala-dala niya yung US title. So I think WWE wants to continue that. So I go with Logan here for the win.
Yeah, I am also begrudgingly going with Logan Paul here.
Ang hirap have Logan Paul lose with his logo on
yes, exactly. That's the exact reason why I'm going to say Logan Paul, because they put the Prime logo in the middle of the ring, which we have to watch for 6 fucking hours, 2 days straight now. So now that they have the Prime logo in the middle of the ring, wala nang atrasan yan. They're hitching their wagon to Logan Paul. Also why I said that A-Town Down Under might win, because seryoso sila with their Logan Paul investment. Triple H really believes in what Logan is selling. And kahit ayaw natin, wala tayong choice kasi hindi tayo McMahon. So I'm gonna say Logan Paul retains.
Oh, si Chino lang yung Chino lang yung salty about having the Prime logo there in the center of the ring. For the record, I actually am all for it, because that's money that will trickle down to people like us.
To people like
Pero natatawa ako.
Yes.
Pero natatawa ako sa, like, I can imagine like Logan Paul losing. Tapos he's just laying down at the Prime logo. Like, wala lang. I just find that visual fun.
That's actually a good visual too. Like even if he does lose, magandang tignan yon as a visual statement. I mean, it still promotes Prime, diba? There's no such thing as bad publicity and all that, So
yeah, Julian, do you know why Rowan's not bitter sa sponsorship? Because he doesn't have Prime in the middle of the ring money.
Yeah, ganito sa pera. Fuck that.
Wala rin siyang progressive match flow money. So, wala kang masasabi, Rowan. All right.
We're seen Kevin Owens fight. All right.
Yeah,
no.
Sorry.
What were you saying?
Have you seen Kevin Owens fight that progressive lady?
No.
I think that happened. Okay.
I don't think I'd want to. Oh, si Flo.
Yeah.
Rowan, dami mong
Can
ebos.
we please move on?
Yes.
Let's move on.
Yes, we will.
Let's move on.
Why did we bring this guy back again?
Shut up, Rowan.
Okay, next. We've got a 6-man match between the Pride and the Final Testament. So it's the WrestleMania debuts for AOP and Karrion Kross. Meanwhile, Bobby Lashley gets back to Mania after not being part of it last year. And the Street Profits, they're following up on their win in the WrestleMania Showcase from 39. So, Emile, let's start with you.
You know what? Every time I see a segment between them, laging nabubugbog sila Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I haven't seen a segment that they actually went out on top. So you know what? I'm gonna give Lashley and Street Profits here to win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Lashley and company benefit from a victory. Kasi unang-una wala pa silang pangalan. Like, it's dumb.
Meron na nga, it's the Pride.
Is that their name now? Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Okay,
it's actually
Pride.
on .com.
Okay. So I'm still gonna say Last Testament. Final Testament. Final Testament. Ang haba ang pucha. But I'm gonna say Final Testament. Because I just want to see this feud end. But more importantly, I just want them to take Karrion Kross seriously. The man is a beast. He was super dominant in NXT, and now he's just being treated like a chump ever since he did the Rumble. So sana kung seryoso sila with this investment that they put into Karen Cross and bringing back the AOP from Future Endeavorment, I feel like this is the time to do that. Because if you just give the victory to Lashley and friends, parang hindi naman din sila masyadong magbe-benefit doon given that they are already made superstars in this day and age. With the new guys like Karrion Kross and the AOP and by extension Scarlett and si Paul Ellering na yun, kahit for Hall of Famer na siya, they benefit so much from a WrestleMania victory and become credible threats to anybody down the road.
Mm-hmm. Oh, ikaw, Rowen.
Yeah, Chino just said my point actually. I want the Final Testament to win kasi nga parang it will legitimize them. And it's gonna be their redemption na rin kasi like yun na nga maganda yung run ni Karrion Kross over on NXT as well as the AOP. Pero pagdating nila ng main roster, parang they look like losers. They look so bad. Pangit ng booking nila, and I think they should go all out for the Final Testament on this one. And besides, I don't think the Pride needs to win on this one.
All right. Say what's up to babyface producer Jasper, who's joining us in the chat right here.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Yeah, and so he is with the rest of our friends from the Pod Network. They've actually got an event tonight, kaya ako ang dumo-double duty as producer tonight. All right. Here we go. It's time to talk about the main event.
I have to finish the story.
Ang daming questions with this one, like does Cody finally get to finish the story? But more importantly, these are my personal questions. One, does Cody Rhodes get to enter like a boxer, kind of like what he did in AEW, where meron siyang rest back, like the Nightmare family comes out, diba? Sina DDP. Well, you can't have Arn Anderson or Dustin Rhodes there, but I'm sure they can cobble together a who's who of legends or people related to the Rhodes family, diba? Does Cody have that moment? Do we get like an Avengers-style comeback na lahat ng mga sinagasaan ng bloodline over the years na good guy pa rin, lalabas sila para resbakan si Cody, like Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn? Do we get a moment like that?
Okay,
what do you guys think? And then, of course, your winner pick for the main event.
Okay, the second part na sinabi mo, Stan, that's too generous na lahat ng mga natalo ni Roman dadating na. Pero I do like the idea. Actually, I came up with that idea na rin. Like, I told this to Emile after the Royal Rumble viewing party, na I want to see Cody enter like how he entered at All In. Diba? Nandun sila DDP, sila Pharaoh, Arn Anderson, and the rest of his friends and family.
Brandy.
Yeah. Yun na nga, and I want Cody to win this one. We need to finish the story, man. Emile, sisisihin kita. You keep posting that Roman retains meme. Come on, man. You gotta stop that. Huwag mong batiin, man.
Ako, kahit sinong kasama niya, basta nandun si Mama Rhodes. Yun lang importante. Pag wala si Mama Rhodes, walang kwenta yan lang. Kahit sama mo pa si Brandy, basta nandun si Mama Rhodes. Nananahimik sa Florida ngayon. Nandinamay ni The Rock. Kailangan kahit sa day 1 lang, sa day 1 match lang, versus Roman and The Rock, Mama Road, ringside, okay na ako. I don't necessarily know if the Avengers thing that you guys are pitching might happen. Like Rowan, I'm agreeing with Rowan here and saying na medyo dehado naman yun pag ganun yung nangyari. It takes away from Cody's win. Kasi, ibig sabihin, nanalo siya with an asterisk dahil dumating yung mga sinabi nila. Yes, nandun din yung bloodline, diba? Hence the bloodline rules stipulation. But, at the same time, it's on Cody. The onus is on Cody to prove that he is capable of finishing this story and that he's capable of doing that on his own. That's why I feel like if Cody Rhodes does win here, and he's going to be my pick, if Cody Rhodes, when he wins, when he finally finishes his story, diba, it will be very, very worth it. It'll be high drama at its finest. So I say Cody Rhodes win.
Wait, Emile, before you give your predictions, is it possible that we do finish the story and it just so happens that it is a sad ending for Cody and his 2-year odyssey? Because that's still an ending. You still finish the story. You just don't come out on top.
Eh di kung gano'n, di dapat tapos na yung story last year, di ba? Started siya last year.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if last year was Infinity War, this is the end game, and it has to end with the Cody win. And but I feel like ito, sabihin ko lang I've seen a lot of people online saying, "Oh, lalabas si Stone Cold, lalabas si John Cena."
Oh my God,
I feel like you're setting yourselves up to be disappointed. Like, wag naman kayo mag-expect ng ganun. Like, I'm sure.
So basically, they're being wrestling fans, fantasy booking their own Mania moments, right?
Okay, the only reason they wanted that is because nakita nila sa production truck yun. Yung pictures ni John Cena and Stone Cold. Like, why? We don't need that. Jeez.
Pero I will agree there should be a moment where parang sa endgame nalalabas yung mga may mga atraso kay Roman to help
yung mga
Cody.
binangga nila, yeah.
Mga binangga like Jey Uso, Seth, probably LA Knight, even like Jay Styles maybe. So basta wag lang mag-expect. Although I will pop it if it happens. Like if we hear that glass breaking sound, I will pop. But set natin expectations natin. And I will be I know I've been joking about it. I've been posting memes about it, but I will be legit heartbroken if Cody didn't win at WrestleMania. Like I would be crushed. And
bakit, Emile? Tell us why.
Because they've been telling this story for 2 years now. And if they don't capitalize on it, sobrang sayang ng investment ng mga tao to Cody Rhodes. Like, si Cody Rhodes yung masisira if he doesn't get to finish his story. Kasi magbumukha talagang siyang champ na for 2 years, hindi mo matalo-talo si Roman Reigns. So, it's gonna be a disappointing ending if he didn't succeed here. So, I would be legit heartbroken. And legit, this might affect my being a WWE fan if he doesn't win at WrestleMania.
Wow.
So,
that's a big claim.
Yep. I'm not joking. That's real. I want Cody to finish. I want Cody to win.
Mm-hmm. You and many other people naglalabasan lahat ng mga tinatawag ni Rock na Cody crybabies. Ito, one last. Sinasabi ni Franz, Damian Priest with the heist of the century. What do you think?
No, come on.
Actually, mas dito ko nakikita si Priest eh.
Yeah.
Like,
iniisip ko rin yun.
Yeah, because he's a heel, you guys. He's a heel. All right? So he has to cash in against the face. And I think if Cody does win, he cashes in. But I also think that Damian Priest might fail at this cash in. Signs are saying that might fail. This will just be an extra added thing na, oh no, nag-cash in si Damian Priest. But nobody's gonna take away the moment from Cody Rhodes. Certainly not Damian Priest, who they never teased is capable of doing such a thing. Mali natin, mali na ko, diba? And I can always be wrong, right? But I feel like the odds are saying that si Cody Rhodes, despite a Damian Priest cash in, still walks away the new UWU champion.
No,
yeah.
No, please, no.
Oh, actually,
God, no.
Kasi okay, if we have Priest cash in, and even if he loses, parang nakalimutan na natin yung nangyari na Cody versus Bloodline. Like, it overshadows everything. So I think it's just right na it ends with just Cody winning. That's it.
If
Priest
anything, they can just tease a Cody versus Judgment Day after, diba? Cody's on top, so now madami nang dumadating for him, diba? So they can just do that after. There's no need to rush Damian Priest, but he has like a month left before the next Money in the Bank.
Hindi naman 1 month, 3 pa.
So,
July pang Money in the Bank.
3 months pa, diba? So, madami pang oras for Damian Priest.
So, in the past 3 WrestleManias, it always the heel, si Roman, who comes out on top at the end of WrestleMania. So saka there's a time, diba? WrestleMania 10 was Brett. WrestleMania 20 was redacted. At WrestleMania 30 was Bryan. So this is I feel like every 10 years there should be a celebration at the end of WrestleMania. And if kung magkakaroon ng cash in, it will just disappoint everybody. So
yeah.
Cody,
kasi pala nagkaroon ng cash in kasi sinabi ni Triple H, hindi, gusto ko mapikon si Emile after WrestleMania. Gusto kong galitin si Emile natin.
Emile natin from Naga.
Oh, si Emile natin from Naga.
Hindi, specify na talaga kung saan Emile.
Oh. Pipikunin natin yung
Tagalog talaga
yung nagpapakalbo. Yung maitim na miyembro ng podcast sa Pilipinas. Galitin natin
Tagalog
siya.
talaga si Triple H, eh, no?
Oo.
Tagalog siya. It's a statement there.
Alright, last na. Mga suntok sa buwan na hinihiling ng wrestling fans. MJF! Do you think magpapakita si MJF at WrestleMania?
No.
No, but it would be big if it's big if true.
I actually think it's gonna be someone else appearing. Di ba, the Motor City Machine Guns have been free agents since a few days ago. So I think, I don't know, maybe they'll be involved in the 6-man ladder match. Maybe they'll replace one of the teams there. Kasi may rumors din na lumabas na hindi pa daw 100% sure na Austin and Waller is gonna be at the ladder match. So probably that. But MJF, no. I think by the end of his run last year, he was na-sign na siya ni TK na extension, and he's just taking a break here. So I don't think mas possible din Julia as well. Mas possible pa yon kesa kay MJF.
Sorry, I don't know about the guns kasi they have an ongoing storyline now sa TNA na medyo big deal. They're teasing a breakup with the guns. So for them to win a tag team championship, only for them to go back to TNA and then suddenly break up, it's a little iffy in terms of masasagasaan yung booking of TNA, essentially. Okay. If anything, if they show up, masaya ako kasi they get their due finally, but I doubt it'll happen.
Ako naman, sorry. Yung sa ladder match naman, like, so if Emile said na the rumors said it's the Motor City Machine Guns. Ako narinig ko from Chris Van Vliet's podcast when he was interviewing Matt Hardy. It could be Matt Hardy and Jeff returning. Pero
again,
kasi like
WrestleMania 33.
Matt's contract hasn't Matt hasn't signed his contract yet. So baka daw
Jeff is still contracted though. Jeff is still
yun nga lang yun din yung point eh. Like Jeff is still under AEW contract, so baka malabo.
All right.
The musical performance.
Happy Dainsy, by the way. What's up, Happy Dainsy? Thank you so much for the congratulatory message and for sponsoring another prize at another viewing party. Sige, Emile, last na. Yung live performances. Sige.
I want Lil Uzi Vert to go out since it's Philly.
They
already have Meek Mill, bro, and Lil Wayne.
Yes. Yeah, Weezy, that's right. Lil Wayne did the thing.
Lil Wayne
doing a new tap.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Diba may split si Jey Uso at si Lil Wayne. So that's happening.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
That's gonna be cool.
That being said, I do want Uzi in there because I think of all those guys, Uzi is probably the biggest fan. Diba? Not counting Wale, obviously.
It's Philly, so you gotta have Lil Uzi in there. Buff that.
Yeah, I think France is onto something here. I think it's actually possible to have Downstate there and perform Kingdom, diba? And then
featuring
live talaga yung
Holy moly, it's the big...
Yan. Yan ang nababagay sa'yo.
You've only been a producer one day. And you're already abusing it. Jesus Christ.
Daming alam ni Rowen eh.
Sipahin na din si Emile. Ang dami niya alam din eh. Sipahin mo sila pareho. Let's wrap this up.
There.
I'm back. I will never be silenced. Baba booey.
Okay.
Fucking, this is longer than it has any right to be.
Let's draw yung names now. Meron tayong prizes. We're keeping this long enough. We've got 2 one-day passes given away by our El Anonimo Patron. Maraming salamat sa aming mga Anonimo Patron na nagpapamigay ng mga prizes like these viewing party tickets. So we're looking for 2 winners, and we asked you a very simple question on our Facebook page, and that is who won the very first brother versus brother match at WrestleMania. All of you got it right kasi obviously it is Owen Hart. So eto na, we're ready to spin the wheel at dahil na-kick out si Rowen, Emile, ikaw ang kumanta. Ikaw ang mag-play ng music at our 2 winners.
Taran,
Kick ka din
taran.
niya.
Taran, 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 taran. Alright, who is it? It's...
Ayan, si Joshua Ventura. Teka, delete
Alright,
Emile.
congrats, man.
Congratulations.
Okay. So we have a winner. It is Joshua Ventura. Congrats. We're looking for another one. Emile, pakilista to. So we got Joshua Ventura.
Alright.
That's one. We will look for another one. Itong
Another
raffle
one.
natin, markado ng mga DTI representatives. Ayun, si Sean Christopher Agnes.
Oy, Sean! Congrats,
Alright,
man.
congratulations.
Yan.
Congratulations sa ating mga winners, sina Joshua Ventura and Sean Christopher Agnes. Congratulations to all of you. We will see you at our WrestleMania viewing party. You can actually choose kung anong venue nyo gustong umattend, whether it's at Skinny Mike's or at Hobby Stadium. So congrats to everyone and thank you to everyone who joined our contests. Ayan, may applause ka na rin, Rowen. Okay, time for us to wind down, wrap up, and get out of here. Thank you very much to everybody who celebrated our 10th anniversary with us, for being part of the Wrestling podcast community for the last 10 years. We really, really appreciate you. And please, stay tuned to our social media. It is at Wrestling2XPod on TikTok and on Twitter, at Wrestling Podcast on Facebook and on Instagram and on Spotify, kasi mag-a-announce kami right after WrestleMania 40 kung paano tayo magse-celebrate ng 420, kasi sa April 20 talaga tayo magte-10th anniversary event. All right? Time to get to some plugs. Rowen, what do you have going on aside from bothering us?
I have made a severe and continuous lapse of my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. All right. Now, I'm going to plug our Patreon. So, subscribe to our Patreon so that mabasa nyo yung freebie reviews namin. All of 4/5 of us are like doing the reviews right now. So, basahin nyo yan. We're working hard on that. I might actually write something about WWE Speed now. So, let's see.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Emile, what do you have going on? Yeah, just follow the pod on every social media platform. And for the peeps in Naga, I think Caffeinate will have its own viewing party as well. Just watch out for the details on their Facebook page. I think I talked to Kuya Miko of Comedy Oragon. I think they're gonna organize something there. So di pa ina-announce, but just watch out. I think they're gonna have some sort of viewing party as well there. So if you're far away from here, if you're in Naga or you're in Bicol, you can join in there. You can have your own fun there at WrestleMania for this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Chino.
Right on. Myself, the Class Clown Podcast. Kung ito magto-turn ng 10 years old or has already turned 10 years old, my podcast is turning 4. And so we're going strong in our 4th season. This Friday, brand new episode featuring comedian and leather worker, leather teacher, Mr. Migo Morales from Soulflower Co. Joins me, and he talks about how he quit his corporate job to teach people how to make wallets. Literal na yan yung sinabi niya. So please tune in every Friday on Spotify. Also, check out my YouTube, where I upload all my comedy videos and try to make the most out of this Osmo Pocket 3 na hindi pa ba yan. So it's youtube.com/Chino Supersized. Also, because my podcast is turning 4 years old, I've decided to put a lot of the people that I've had on this season as part of a lineup. Wicked Dogs BGC. Sa May pa naman to, May 4. Matagal pa. But if you guys want to take tickets now, they are up on comedymanila.ph.
All right. As for me naman, I'm on PBA coverage now that the wedding is done and all the hullabaloo has also gone along with it. I'm calling the, I believe it's Ginebra versus San Miguel. That is happening tomorrow night. Second game ng Friday doubleheader. I'll be calling it alongside Coach Ryan Gregorio on the Smart Sports live stream. So if you have the Smart Sports app, you can actually watch live PBA games over there. And yung MWF naman, we have our first tapings of the year. It is MWF Kasaysayan happening at the UP Film Center, April 14. That's a Sunday, 4:30 p.m. It's a co-promoted event alongside Kyushu Pro Wrestling. Ito po yung company or promotion ni Tajiri, and he's bringing an entire lineup of Kyushu Pro wrestlers. So Of course, I'll be leading my stable, Oro Plata Mata. JDL will be defending his MWF Pinoy Wrestling Championship for the first time. It will be against Danger Rex Lawin. So kita-kita tayo doon sa UP Film Center for MWF Kasaysayan. Yes, Ador, ang dami mong pupuntahang ganap. So magkita-kita tayo sa lahat ng mga wrestling-related ganap natin. Thank you so much for joining us for our 10th anniversary stream, our annual WrestleMania predictions episode. Thank you very much to Babyface producer Jasper and everyone over at the Pod Network for all of the work that they do behind the scenes. Thank you everyone for making the Wrestling Podcast a part of your weekly wrestling diet. Don't forget to follow us individually. It is at Chino Supersized, at EML_Meister, at Monday Night Rowen, at Rowiswar, and at _Stan C. On behalf of Ro Moran, who's not here, and my other co-hosts Chino Liao, Emile Nate, and Rowen ASH, my name is Stan C, saying thank you very much for 10 years of the Wrestling Podcast, for selling out our WrestleMania 40 viewing party. We really appreciate you all. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't be a dick. Wrestling Podcast out. Later, Outcasts. And hello,
Peace.
Babyface producer Nikai.
Hello,
Peace.
Nikai.
We out. Bye-bye.
Peace.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.